of Nemsa's conditions of service and the commissioning of Nemsa's security surveillance equipment. Today marks a unique milestone in the history of this agency as staff in all ramifications. Also, the security surveillance equipment being commissioned today enabled Nemsa's management at the headquarters to monitor real-time, online 24/7, the operations and activities in the 3 national meter test stations located in Port Harcourt, Oshodi, Lagos, and Kaduna. At the same time, it's a scalable system that is going to monitor the engineering and chemical laboratory in Ijora, Lagos, the national meter test station being built at an advanced stage of completion at Enugu, and the proposed national meter test station for Kano. This surveillance system has inbuilt data storage recording memory, provides multiple operational functions, which include real-time tracking, live viewing, video playbacks, downloads, alarm viewing, and query logs for future retrieval and use. It is our fervent belief that with today's event, Nemsa will continue to lay solid foundation for the smooth administration of this agency for the benefit of its workforce, the power sector, and the country in general. The conditions of service is for the benefit of all of us in the agency and will be judiciously applied. While the security surveillance equipment will enhance, improve security and efficient monitoring of its power infrastructure asset in our widespread facilities across the nation, remotely at the headquarters. At the headquarters, we can see what is in our meter test stations, and at the same time, when issues arises, issue of security, from the recorded memories of the system, information can be retrieved and analyzed and be able to aid management in taking right decision. On behalf of my team, I want to continuously assure the Honorable Minister of Power Works and Housing, the Honorable Minister of State Power Works and Housing, the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, the permanent secretaries, directors of the ministries of Power Works and Housing, the labor leaders, labor unions, and indeed all stakeholders here present, that our team will continuously deliver on the agency's mandate in the power sector within the framework of the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, ERGP, of the federal government, the Power Sector Recovery Program, and the Honorable Minister of Power Works and Housing 3-point agenda of incremental, stable, and uninterrupted safe electric power supply to Nigerians. Finally, I want to sincerely express our profound gratitude and appreciation to President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, SAN, GCON, the Honorable Minister of Power Works and Housing, His Excellency Babatunde Raji Fashola, SAN, the Honorable Minister of State, Honorable Mustapha Babashehuri, the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Mrs. Winifred Oyoita, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Power Works and Housing Power Sector, Engineer Louis Edozien, the Association of Civil Servants of Nigeria, National Union of Electricity Employees, the consultant DITEC, for their invaluable contribution towards the preparation and development of Nemsa's conditions of service. And Nemsa's Equipment and Protective Applications International Limited for the efficient execution of the security surveillance equipment for remote sensing of critical power assets of Nemsa facility nationwide. With this, I want to appreciate and thank all of you and to thank you and say God bless as you attend. Thank you.
I just want to make some comment that I have been having opportunity to sit down with the MD. As we all know, this agency is very young. It's 4-year-old. And from the time we came in to now, and the successes recorded by the MD in particular is impressive. For a 4-year-old organization to come up with a condition of service to its staff. Condition of service, simply put, are the terms, defined terms of engagement between the staff and the institution. I think if other agencies should, replicate this, it will help, government in solving a lot of issues like the minimum wage issues that we have now. And secondly, I see the future of this institution as infinite. Because electricity definitely should be everywhere. And the institution is about certifying or certification of electricity and electrical appliances, which we all use, both domestically in our houses and in our offices, in our business places, in industries, etc. But today, if we see the quality of the product we use, either as an electrical appliance in our homes, they are very low standard. We are not only talking of meter here. We are talking of transformers that are used by discos, transformers used by TCN in their substation, etc. So I see a picture where Nemsa should have an office at the port, at the entry point where equipment should be certified, at our airport, etc. So that is the future the MD should be looking at. Though you have laid the foundation, and we hope and pray that it will be sustained. Definitely we will not be here tomorrow, but we hope anybody that is coming after you should continue from where you stop. Thank you very much. Now to my speech. I am delighted to be at Nemsa's headquarters and to give a keynote address of these two epoch-making events, marking the presentation of Nemsa's condition of service and the commissioning of Nemsa's security surveillance equipment. These events are testimonies to President Muhammadu Buhari's developmental efforts at improving infrastructure nationwide and developing human capital across the nation, thereby ensuring that the workforce are provided with the right conditions of service that will bring out the best in our trained and skilled personnel. Today marks a unique milestone in the history of this agency, as we now have Nemsa's condition of service that defines the relationship between the agency and its staff in all ramifications. Also, the security surveillance equipment being commissioned today will enable Nemsa headquarters to monitor online 24/7 the operations and activities in its 3 national meter test stations located at Oshodi, Kaduna, and Port Harcourt. The system put in place is a scalable one that allows the future coverage of other critical facilities when fully developed. I want to challenge the management and staff of Nemsa to be diligent in their duties and to abide by the conditions of service for a smooth and harmonious running of this crucial power sector technical enforcement agency going forward. Going forward, it is my expectation that Nemsa will continuously deliver on its mandate within the framework of the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan of the Federal Government of Nigeria and the Power Sector Recovery Program. I wish to most sincerely express my gratitude and appreciation to President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for providing leadership to the nation that make these achievement programs and activities. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now possible. I specifically thank the head of service of the Federation for providing guidance and final approval of the Nemsa condition of service, the Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Power, and directors of the ministry for their continuous and tireless effort toward the realization of government policies and development. My singular honor and privilege to officially present Nemsa's condition of service to the entire working force for its judicious use, and also to commission Nemsa's security surveillance equipment for the enhancement of its services towards effective delivery on its mandate. Thank you and God bless.
We are more than honored to be given an opportunity to raise the bar of technological advancement in the field of security for our dear nation. EPEL is a security solution provider, and we have done so many surveillance for critical infrastructures in Nigeria. This is evidenced in some of the transmission stations in Nigeria via the TCN. And we like to know that in this present global dispensation, security has gone past physical with the increasing trend in technology, and we are glad that Nemsa sees it and it's able to augment physical security with technological security solution for its management and monitoring of its asset nationwide. It is not new that critical infrastructure in industry faces a world of security concerns, including perimeter security, terrorism threats, thefts, safety breaches, and trespassing. I must say that EPEL is proud to have collaborated with Nemsa in protecting its critical assets with the most advanced video surveillance solution, knowledge, and expertise to ensure that facilities are protected from security breaches. This surveillance is of enormous benefit to Nemsa in that it provides remote monitoring of all its assets nationwide. We should know that most of the places where we had placed the surveillance equipment are in Lagos, in Kaduna, and in Port Harcourt. And here in the headquarters, we can view the activities of whatever is going on in all these locations, which we will be seeing after the commissioning of this project. Aside from that, the surveillance equipment is alarm motion detection enabled, alarm intrusion also enabled, in that it provides deterrence, protective, and investigatory mechanisms for surveillance of all its assets. While here, we can play back of every activity that has been recorded in the past. We can review, we can watch in real time, we can capture movements manually and automatically. So this shows that Nemsa is committed to its mission of protecting the safety of life and properties. It also would aid in its management in terms of improving workers' productivity. You can see that when an area is being under surveillance, people are more conscious in that environment. They know that they are being watched, and which means that they would work adequately to ensuring that they are performing their duties efficiently. Aside from this, we have a viewing center which will be displayed to you after this commissioning of this project, where we can see what I have discussed right here, how this is managed, how this is monitored. I want to say that our collaboration with Nemsa will not just end in installation and training. Maintenance, as Madam has said, is very, very crucial. We have had instances where a lot of security surveillance had been placed, and at the end of the day, they don't work after some.
We are appreciating it because this is an era where other heads of parastatals and other government agencies, they are running away from getting condition of service for their workers. You know, it's not a rabble rouser. They never do well. We are not Agbero. We are not people that you feel that they have not done well, that they don't have work to do. We are pragmatic. We use scientific method. We believe in social dialogue. And therefore, we assure you that we will assist the management, we will synergize with you to ensure that the object for which Nemsa was created, you get it, you will reach it to the benefit of the entire nation. We believe that if this place is working and we have light everywhere, nobody will be thinking of going elsewhere outside Nigeria, because Nigeria cannot become comparable with other developed countries. It is because we are lacking power in Nigeria that people are not talking negatively in some area concerning the nation.
At the top here we have the NMTS Ocean Lagos. The middle platform is that of Kaduna, and the lower platform is that of Port Harcourt. What we have in each location is such that we rely on the power supply, and should there not be power supply, we have a solar panel inverter system that runs 24/7. So whether there's light or there's no light, we are able to capture images from those locations, which is recorded locally there, and also synchronized with the central server in Lagos with ePay. From that point, we now connect into the server in ePay environment, and then we view what happens there. Like here now, okay, it's obvious that this is the Oshodi meter test room, the laboratory. Obviously, there are 12 testing meters, as we can see here. And this is for Kaduna. This place right now is down, most likely because of the transmission issues of data transmission. But believe me, whatever is going on is being recorded and it is synchronized into storage. So no data is lost. That's it again. It's gone back on. This is Port Harcourt. So from this point, we can see activities that are going on in those locations. If they are testing, we know. Coming to the office and going out of the premises, these ones here shows the main gate. That's why these three cameras, they are rotating, whereas the ones on this other side are fixed directional. So it points at them directly and doesn't change its angle of view. Whereas this one here, it rotates around the perimeter fencing and all that. So we see what's going on in this location. We can play back here, we can pause. We can even say, okay, let's highlight an activity like the MD has said and the consultant said. We can always play back any incident that happened. And the solution is such that, and in line with the record or information storage system, EPL is to store these video images for a minimum of 10 years before we can archive it. That way, we can always go back to it and see what happened 5 years back, 6 years back, 10 years back, even beyond. Going beyond this, we now have to call back the data from the archive. But within the first 10 years, it's available for us for easy access. Thank you, sirs.
What
value has it actually added?
What the value it has added is that in these locations, they know that we are being monitored, so there is improved service. The staff are more ginger to show that yes, they are committed to ensuring that the mission and vision of Nemsa is achieved. Like in this meter test right now, they know that there is the timeline for them to complete any meter that's brought for testing and certification. So they cannot collect a meter and drop it, because you know that we will know when they started that job, and there is a timeline for them to finish the job also. And people that are moving in and out of the environment, they know that the issues of incidents of theft or about the organizational environment, it has stopped, because these cameras record real time what transpires in those locations, and whoever is at fault or is culpable of any crime or any infraction, we face the condition of service as already laid down.
Apart from the camera, do you have is there any online, website where you monitor, for example, if Lagos will receive, some meters for certification? Is there a way you can monitor apart from the camera? The records, that are kept at your various, zonal offices. Is there a way of you tracking electronically? If they receive, consignment of meters, you will know these are the numbers of meters they receive today, or this is the meter they receive. I'm talking of, catching up with what is happening, globally. Yeah. It's not recording it and sending it to you is different.
Yes.
Minute by minute, second by second, you are getting record of what is happening. Apart from the pictorial.
Yes, sir. I think one of the main reasons why we thought of this is because we had like the National Correctional Service was talking about customer satisfaction. People who bring their meter that were supposed to test for type test, supposed to take maximum of 21 days. Some people will come and say 3 months, the meters have not been tested. There's an agreement between the headquarters and the meter test station. But with this, as soon as you bring in your meter, right from the gate, it is monitored you have entered, because you record at the gate and this is viewing it and is storing it. And the day you commence to carry out your functional activity, all this will be recorded and it will be playback. And so you're able to follow the event as they occur. And in terms of argument, once the video play is playback, you can see it. And so the officer cannot say this meter came in on the 23rd, because as it's recorded, the date is equally recorded along with it. So there is real time online.
Well, what I want to say is, you don't even need to wait for videos, to record, to be played back. No. Whatever is happening there, you can, at the same time, see on your desk, see what is happening there. They are collecting a meter. You can also, you can online also collect the meter. If it is a transformer, you are collecting it. That way it's more effective. I don't understand. That is more effective.
Actually, sir, this year's budget, which my MD has submitted, there's a program for the EROK, the Enterprise Resource System that's going to be built up. That's to get rid of just such inventory situations talking about, whereby even if as a customer or a meter manufacturer or a distribution company, I can log that, okay, I want to test 1,000 meters. Once you log it, then we will know. So by the time you not even submit it, you will also be there. So from the headquarters, we can, using the ICT infrastructure, look at who is requesting for meter to be tested, when to submit and all that. Those are going to come in the EROPS that will be developed, hopefully, after this, the budget is passed this year.
This year, that facility will be in place, and our technical department already working on this, so that there's going to be a serial number verification. As soon as you as soon as you pick a meter to your house, you will just feed in that serial number into your phone, and it will tell you whether the meter has been tested or not. That facility is already ongoing.
No.
And we're already talking with NCC, who is going to give us the channels to use for that.
The purpose of the condition of service. The effective performance of any agency depends mostly on the ability to empower and inspire its employees from diverse professional and cultural backgrounds to collaborate and effectively adopt a single culture mindset. This is then achieved with the provision and adoption of suitable and strategically conceived terms of employment and engagement. The condition of service is designed to provide employees of the agency with information about their working condition.
I want to present this book, The Condition of Service, to the benefit of staff of Nemsa